Was what happened last time. Last week when we spoke, everybody can answer.
Rama got exiled.
Rama got exiled.
And was getting followed by all the
Citizens of Ayodhya followed him. They were still following him, and who's the guy who's riding the chariot?
Sumantra.
Yeah, Sumantra. Sumantra was riding the chariot, and they go as it is dawn, like towards the evening, they reach a place on the banks of the river called Tamasa. Name of the river is Tamasa. They reach the banks and they decided, okay, let's take a break. Even the horses are too tired because Rama was rushing up, right? Rushing up Sumantra to drive faster so that people cannot follow him and he can pull out of Ayodhya faster. So everybody takes a break. All the horses get to eat some grass, some good grass, drink some water, and they retreat to sleep. And before night takes off, Lakshmana is again lamenting, thinking about, oh my God, look, now I have to make a bed for my brother who's used to sleeping in the luxurious bedrooms of Ayodhya. Now he has to sleep in the coarse grass. And everybody, like not just Lakshmana or Rama, everybody is worried about Seetha. Because at least Rama and Lakshmana have been to forests in the past, right? They have been along with Dasharatha and they know how forests look like. But for Seetha, this is her first night outside of the kingdom and outside of the palace. So they were worried about her and they tried to comfort her as much as they could. It's not that Seetha was complaining, but they want to make sure that Seetha is comfortably placed. And Lakshmana doesn't sleep that night. Lakshmana and Sumantra, they stay awake. And they guard both Rama and Seetha throughout the night. And while they are guarding, they talk about what must be going on in Ayodhya at this moment. And also they are talking about all those people who have been following them. And even the citizens of Ayodhya who are following them, they're still there and they are also sleeping along with them on the banks of river Tamasa. So the night passes that way. And then the next day morning, as soon as Rama wakes up, he sees that then all the citizens are still sleeping, all the people are still sleeping. And he calls upon Sumantra and says, we need to get away from here as soon as we can before people wake up. So let's get started. And then Sumantra brings his horses and they set off from there. And they cross the river Sarayu. So, not Sarayu, sorry, Tamasa. They cross the river Tamasa. Because they are able to cross those rivers being in the chariot and horses, I think it's the waters there are shallow, probably not so deep. So they were able to cross and they start driving, they keep driving towards, so in the next 2 days, Sri Rama and everybody, they cross 3 rivers. Sarayu, Vedashruti, Tamasa, Vedashruti, Gomati. All these 3 rivers they cross. And nothing much happens during this phase. They keep talking about what must be going on in Ayodhya, and both Rama and Lakshmana, they just wish that nothing happens to their father, and both of them are worried at this point that they may not be even able to see their father after they go back after the exile 14 years, right? Because King was already old and King was feeling very sad and dejected, and at this age he may or may not be able to take the pain of sending his sons to exile. So that's what they are thinking, and they are also worried about Kausalya, because Kausalya was also very dejected. Sumitra, they are not super worried about her because Sumitra is a strong-willed person, and Sumitra, I will talk about Sumitra in a while when we talk about what is happening back in Ayodhya. They're especially worried about these 2 people, King and Kausalya. So Sumantra and after for a while they're talking about this, and after that they are diverted. They're talking about how beautiful the countryside is, how those peacocks are, how the herds of cows are, how beautiful and fruitful the entire country, the entire kingdom is, right? They talk about that, and they meet a lot of people on the way, the citizens of Ayodhya, the countryside people of Ayodhya, and they inquire about them, they talk to them. All those things happen, and then towards night, they cross another river called Vedashruti, and then they reach the river Gomati. After they move away from Gomati, I think they start driving towards the river Sarayu. They reach the place Sarayu, probably that is the third or fourth day after of their exile, and they reach the banks of Sarayu and they sleep. They plan to rest for that night there, and that area is ruled by a person called Guha. Yes.
Isn't Guha like a friend of Rama's?
Yes. Guha is a friend of Rama. There is no story about how they became friends, when they met, where they met, and all that, but they are good friends. And Guha gets to know about Rama's arrival. He is from a community called Nishada. Nishada is a community. He is a king of that Nishada. You'll also see another famous personality from Nishada dynasty, but not here in Ramayana, but in Mahabharata. Anybody knows?
Who is it?
Who is it? Shrestha?
The first. He will Eklavya.
Ekalavya. Ekalavya is also from Nishada dynasty. I mean, not dynasty, Nishada is a sect of people, clan of people. He is from that. Okay, so Guha comes and welcomes them. Guha gives them a lot of, he gives a good company basically. He doesn't, he cannot treat him with jewels or with anything, right? Because Rama is in exile now. But he comforts him. He tells him, they speak about how things are going in Ayodhya and all of those things. And the night they sleep there, and they're guarded by Guha. And he asks Lakshmana to take rest, but Lakshmana says no, I cannot, and it's my duty and responsibility to take care of Rama and Seetha. So straight for 3 or 4 days, Lakshmana doesn't sleep at all. And how is he able to survive?
Maybe he sleeps in the morning.
No, morning they're traveling.
He still has food and water.
You remember those things, those lessons taught by Vishwamitra in the beginning, Bala and Atibala. You remember those 2 lessons? So Bala and Atibala are the ones which keep them, by using those techniques, they can put their sleep, they can push their sleep down the road, and they can still stay awake for a few hours, like for days together, and still not feel exhausted. So those are the lessons that Vishwamitra had taught both Rama and Lakshmana, if you remember. At the beginning, they even before they go and fight with Tataka, these lessons are taught to them. So they are using those lessons to stay awake and to stay strong. So, okay, then the next day morning, and that night, Lakshmana shares a lot of grief with Guha, and he goes on to tell how unfair it is towards Rama, who has not done anything wrong, to be sent on exile. So Lakshmana literally sheds his tears. So all these very strong people physically sitting and lamenting and crying, that is a sight that you will never see otherwise, right? They are not weak ones. They are not the ones who cry for every little thing or who gets dejected. They are very strong. But despite all that, they are sitting and crying for something. It just shows how emotionally they are drained and how worried they are, and how worthy Rama is, right? So that night passes, and the next day morning, Rama asks Guha to get them boat ready, because they cannot cross the Sarayu river. It's not shallow waters; it is deep water, so they need a boat. And Guha gets everything put together for 3 of them to cross the river. And Sumantra is worried right now, because it means that Sumantra has to depart and go back to Ayodhya. Sumantra says, I'll also come along. I will serve you for the entire 14 years. Bless me with that. Bless me with the act, so that I can be of some help to you. I'll not be a burden to you. I will be at your service. I will make sure that you guys are comfortable. I'll procure food for you. So all those things he goes on to say. But Rama being Rama doesn't even want Lakshmana to accompany, right? He cannot take Sumantra. He says, no, I cannot let you come with me. So you better go back. And then go back. And you going back to Ayodhya is very important, so that people will know where we are headed towards. And my mother will especially be waiting for some word from me. So you be that messenger to me, and that is also a Rama Karyam, right? Rama Karyam means something that helps Rama. So you take that role. That is also very important to me, that you carry these words back to my mother and father, and they must be very dejected and sorry, and they don't know my whereabouts for the last 3 to 4 days. And Sumantra cries a lot. Sumantra is very dejected, and everybody is sorry, not just Sumantra. The entire 15 chapters or 20 chapters that I have read in the last few days is about each person crying in their own way about Rama being sent to exile. It's only about that. Sometimes it is Kausalya, sometimes it is Dasharatha, sometimes it is Sumantra, sometimes it is someone else. And everybody is crying, everybody is sorry. At a certain point, Kausalya also curses Kaikeyi, saying that, oh, now you be happy in this kingdom. You and your son enjoy this kingdom. There is nobody who is coming in way for you. So those kind of words are used against Kaikeyi also. So yeah, this happens. Sumantra goes back, and these people, Rama, Lakshmana, and Seetha, they proceed. They proceed towards. They cross the river Sarayu, and once they cross river Sarayu, that is the demarcation for Ayodhya. Not Ayodhya, the Kosala Desa. So once you cross Sarayu, that is not Kosala Desa anymore. So he turns back. He faces the direction of Ayodhya, and Sri Rama pays. He prays to his land and says that I will see you after 14 years. I will come back to you, and by the time I come back, I expect the same level of prosperity in my country. So take care of my citizens. Don't give them troubles like earthquakes or catastrophic events like volcanoes or nothing. Please don't give them those kind of burdens. I will come back after 15 years and I will see you again and tell them goodbye. And he also is very sorry that he has to leave his home country. And he will have tears in his eyes again. He's red with emotion and all that. And from there they proceed towards Ganga river. So, and once they cross Ganga river, they will meet with the sage called Bharadwaja. They meet Bharadwaja. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that is how it is. Before they meet Bharadwaja ashram, right? They cross that river. They cross the river Sarayu, and they are again driving. Now they don't have a chariot. They are on their walk. They are walking. And the way they guard Seetha is Lakshmana will go in the front, Seetha will walk in the middle, and Rama will walk in the back. That is how they are guarding Seetha. And along the way, Seetha keeps inquiring about the flowers, the vegetation there, and all those things. They keep talking about that, and they move forward. And towards the night, again, Rama starts thinking about how things must be in Ayodhya, and he thinks that Lakshmana should go back. One more time, he comes back to thinking that, oh, I don't think I'm doing the right thing by taking Lakshmana along with me, and he asks Lakshmana to go back because Lakshmana must take care of Kausalya and Sumitra. Because at this point, see, that is how your brain functions, right? He doesn't doubt Bharata, but again, he's not comfortable leaving everybody at Bharata's place because if Kaikeyi can do this, Bharata can also be influenced and something can be done. So he doesn't want that. So he wants Lakshmana to go back and take care of these people. But then Lakshmana convinces him, and he says that no, there is no going back, and I'm accompanying you, and you need me. It is not easy for two of you to sustain in the forest, and it is my duty to be at your service. And he convinces, and Rama is fully convinced. Rama thinks that okay, this is it. Lakshmana is coming, and we three are doing it together. So there is no, after this point there is no looking back about or saying that oh, you need to go back and things like that. Then they go to the ashram of Bharadwaja. So all this, whatever I'm explaining you, it is spread across like 10 to 12 chapters until now. I'm cutting it short because it's very difficult to go through each and every person's pain and all the dialogues that they say, and the way they praise Rama over and over, saying that you are the right fit to rule Ayodhya, and here you are in the forest, in the exile and all that. So pain is pain, that's it. How much ever I explain, it's not enough because so much is there in Valmiki Ramayana. And the reason why Valmiki Ramayana has dedicated so much is because he wants everybody to understand how worthy Rama is. Right? Rama is that kind of a person. His mere presence will give you a lot of peace of mind. You know that you are in a safe place and you are secure. You are being ruled by a worthy man, and you don't have to worry about your future or your kids or anything like that. So that is why everybody is so sorry. And then eventually they reach Bharadwaja's ashram. Bharadwaja is a muni, he's a sage, he's a very famous sage. Lot of people from some communities are considered to be the descendants of Bharadwaja. So that is why they have this Gotram called Bharadwaja Gotram. So it's a very famous sage, and there are so many descendants of him. Even till now, a lot of us carry that Bharadwaja as the Gotram. So he also has a Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu is not only just one cow. We spoke about Sabala, you remember? So similar to Sabala, there is another cow that is with Bharadwaja, and they talk about that cow there, and he gives very good hospitality to Rama, and Rama, Lakshmana and Seetha, they rest at Bharadwaja Muni's ashram, and Bharadwaja Muni says that you can stay back with me, you can stay here, you don't have to go anywhere. All your 14 years of exile you can spend here, and I can be of good host to you. You can be my guest and stay here. But Rama says, no, that is not appropriate. That is not what Kaikeyi wanted of me. Kaikeyi wanted me to go into Vanavasa and live in mountains and forests. But this is an ashram and I cannot live here. And another thing is that if I stay here, this is still closer to Ayodhya. It is only 3 days away from Ayodhya. So people will know that, okay, I am staying here, and a lot of people will start visiting, and that can be an annoyance to you. And all your, whatever you are doing, whatever yajna yaga you do will always be disturbed by people coming from Ayodhya. And the purpose of Vanavasa, purpose of exile is defeated if I stay here. So I won't stay here. I'll go. I'll just be here for this night or maybe tomorrow, and then I'll go. And he takes advice of Bharadwaja Muni and asks him, where should I go? What do you think is an appropriate place for me to go and settle down, to stay? Then he suggests a place called Chitrakoota. Chitrakoota is a mountain, and Chitrakoota is that kind of a place which has lot of fruits, lot of trees, so they need to be living on fruits and those things. Only vegetables, it's not even all vegetables. Roots and honey, right? So Chitrakoota has abundant of them. Yes.
Aren't there like 8-legged deers there?
Yes, there are 8-legged deers also. That also they say. There are 8-legged deers. There are 4-tusked elephants. There are also tusked lions, and so many descriptions of animals is given in that most of them we have not seen. We don't even know. And based on these descriptions, right, they are trying to date Ramayana. Exactly when did Ramayana happen? Lot of researchers are using this data. So they are looking at the fossils in these places like Chitrakoota or between the river Sarayu and Ganga, and they compare with these kind of descriptions, and they try to see when exactly these animals went extinct. So then they can say that Ramayana is, say for example, 15,000 years back there were 4-tusked elephants, and they went extinct 15,000 years back. So the evidence is enough to say that at least Ramayana happened 15,000 years ago. We don't know how much before that. So they're trying to use these evidences to get the dates and to see, to check the authenticity of Ramayana itself, because a lot of people doubt whether it happened or not, right? That's why. So then they go to Chitrakoota. They go to Chitrakoota, they like the place so much, Sita loves it, and they find an appropriate place where they can set up their hermitage. They get the timber, they get the leaves, they get everything, and they set up the house, and they do the Grahapravesha also for that house, and they settle down. So now